Hey everybody, it's Elaine Murphy for today, Nieberding, greeting you on St. Patrick's Day, and welcome to episode 18 of the Holy Shift Show. Yes, it's the Holy Shift Show, and we invite you to join us here to lift your spirits, center in your heart, connect with other people around the planet for good times, good information, and even a dose of health and wellness. That's especially what we're doing today. I am so happy to welcome to this show, which is called Luck, Preparation Meets Opportunity, and it's a laughter show. I am so happy to welcome to me folks from all over the world. I'm going to start first with Nazim. Nazim, would you enter and sign in, please, with your Irish name?
My Irish name is Nazim Murphy Beltran. And I love it.
And where are you hanging out from, Nazim?
I'm hanging out all the way over from Milan, Italy.
And Nazim, it looks like you've already been drinking that green wine or that green beer because
it's a little bit of green wine. We can call it, technically speaking, it is some sort of green stuff.
Yeah, some green stuff.
It looks red.
I know, and I said this last week when you were on, but that backdrop you have with that bookshelf, you know.
I know, every time I do this,
it's crazy.
Everybody loves it.
Okay, jumping on over now to the beloved chef of Google Plus, our friend Chef Dennis. Oh, he has a new name. Introduce yourself, Chef.
Today I would be Chef Dennis Murphy O'Litley of the famous O'Litleys of County Cork.
Of the County Cork. I am so pleased you're here, Chef. When we get to the laughter exercise episode of this show, we might just have to do a creative recipe, like Irish soda bread, only we're going to make it very crazy. I bet you have a recipe, eh?
I'll find one for you. Don't you worry, Lassie.
You can make one up.
Yeah.
This is playtime, remember. Okay, and are you hanging out from Florida?
I'm in Orlando.
Orlando. Thank you, Chef. I am so grateful that you agreed to be on the Holy Shift Show for the first time with me. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
And now, on the other side of the planet, we have another one of the Murphy family. Please introduce yourself, Candy.
For the moment, I'm Candy Murphy Sakai, which I'm loving it today, just for today, okay, guys, just for today. And I'm hanging out all the way from the globe, from Tokyo.
Hey, that is one heck of a place to be. And I know you are up at all hours, Candy. You know.
Yeah.
What time does your clock say right now?
3 o'clock a.m.
3 a.m. My. Okay, so I'm going to get back to a little bit more local to the U.S. and right now say hi to Stan, my man. Unmute, Stan.
Yes,
Where are you hanging out from? And tell us your Irish name.
I'm Stan Murphy Bush, and I'm down in Georgia, and you can tell by my accent I'm very, very Irish. I came in the green room earlier because I wanted some wine, but Nazim was knocking it out, and there wasn't any left by the time I got in there. All the green stuff was gone. But I'm looking forward to this because laughing, you know, that's like my favorite thing.
That's your favorite thing.
Absolutely.
And we might as well get this over because, you know, at times we have a lot of fun on this show, but you changed your shirt, but earlier you had on a blue shirt, but you had something else green that was on.
Well,
What was that, Stan?
I went and got my Sunday Go to Meeting T-shirt on because, you know, I didn't know we were going to dress up, so I went and got one that didn't have a hole in it. But, you know, I always wear that ring right there on St. Patrick's Day. I always wear that green. So because when somebody pinches you and say, you don't have any green on, I go, nope, I do, right there. So that's why I wear it there.
Okay. We do have fun on this show. That's why you have to keep coming back, you know? Now, I may not always say F words that end with K unless I'm saying falak. So be sure you keep coming back to the Holy Shift Show. It is a fun falak, can't you tell? All right. Now it's time for my bi-coastal buddy. And what is your name really today?
Let's see. My name today is Robin Murphy Holland.
Robin, where are you hanging out from? I am so happy to see that it is your lucky day and my lucky day.
It's our lucky day. I'm hanging out in organic Santa Cruz, California, where we have broccoli and arugula and artichokes and you name it, we grow it here. Well, there's another green thing that's pretty properly used around here, but I won't talk about that.
Okay, and I will raise my glass of green tea to you.
Here's my water.
Okay.
Cookie.
So it was 20 years ago this week that a medical doctor, Dr. Madan Kataria, had been doing some study, and he discovered that there was emerging research about the benefits of laughter to human health and wellness. And so he decided he was going to go to a park in Mumbai and have an experiment and have people get together and tell jokes. Well, every day, more and more people came until about a week later, maybe there were 50 people gathered with folks telling jokes in the morning, but then some of them started getting stale or maybe a little bit naughty, and some of the participants said, I don't think I want to be coming back. I don't think this is going to work for me. And so the doctor said, you know what? Let me go back to this laughter research, which I have been coming upon, and look at it. And maybe there's another way to approach this. And what he came to discover was a piece of research that showed the body can't tell the difference between laughing, which is initiated by a conditioned response to something you think is funny, and laughter, which is just purely intentional, faked, done on purpose, and not because anything is funny. And so he said, you know what? Let's just make up some exercises and laugh and pair the laughter with anything, like drinking a milkshake, ha 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 ha, or measuring some cloth, ah ha 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 ha, like a whole meter of cloth. And he then had people come more and more and more, and this activity spread throughout the parks of India, and the global laughter yoga movement was born. So this was March of 1995. So that was 20 years ago. And so I thought it would be really fun to do some laughing to honor Dr. Kataria, who is actually my teacher in this health and wellness practice. And we are going to do some laughter yoga. So let me just ask each one of the panel, have you ever heard of this thing before? Nazim?
Well, I basically found out about it for you because I had never heard about it. The funny thing is when you mentioned it in one of your posts, I spoke to my wife about it, and she says, yes, I know about this laughter yoga, and it's a real thing. And I'm like, seriously? And then I went on the internet to find out some research, and it's quite a great movement, and I like it because it's very liberating, and also the fact that you're breathing and laughing at the same time, and it's yoga at a different level.
Yeah, and so I want to mention laughter yoga is this unique concept where anybody can laugh for no reason without using jokes, humor, or comedy. You simply follow the activities of the laughter yoga leader. You can be in a good mood or in a foul mood, but if you decide to just bring in a little willingness to play just a little bit, that even if you start out faking it as you're making it, laughing from your belly, taking in deep breaths, and then laughing from the belly and expelling that air, you fully oxygenate the body, and because your body has this neat thing called mirror neurons, laughter just becomes more and more contagious. And so the activity is actually called laughter yoga because it weaves into or through the laughter exercises some of this pranayama, deep breathing. Stan Bush, have you ever heard of laughter yoga before?
No, but I do know that two things. One, I know that laughter does cure a lot of stuff. I mean, it's not really hard to make me laugh. I get up and look in the mirror and start laughing because I just I just like laughter. But I know that if you saw me, I've tried real yoga before, and you would laugh if you saw me trying that stuff. I would look pretty silly doing that stuff. But no, I have heard of it. And I'm interested to hear more about it because I do think that anything that can get somebody onto a path of being, healthier and just actually being happier. Because sometimes you can't get healthier, but you can get happier.
But you can get happier. And this brings us back to the idea of why it might actually be a good idea for everybody to adopt the name Murphy. Some of you have heard of this idea of thing called Murphy's Law, where, if something could possibly go wrong, it very well may. So you're going to have to deal with that. And maybe I have the description of Murphy's Law a little off, but we each know we can be very well prepared in our days, but there are many things in the external environment in life that we can't control. But we can choose our responses to them. And if we have our laughter, our joy, and our wellness muscle well exercised, then we can likely be a little bit more effective in responding to things when the shift hits the fan. What do you think, Chef Dennis?
I'm telling you, if you can be prepared when the shift hits the fan, then you're in good shape because it hits it pretty much all day long. So you can either roll with it and laugh and enjoy it, or you can sit there and be miserable and try and figure out, what you're going to worry about next. But sometimes it's just better to let it go, like Disney would say, let it go, and just go with it.
Yeah. So I want to take a minute to just acknowledge some of the people who I see here in the comment stream. We have Bruno Miguel Santos. Hello. We have Roy Snaberger. Hello, Roy. So happy you're here with us. Deborah Rock is here, and she's commenting on lovely William Rock. He injured his hand. He's doing better, Nazim. Slow to type, all left-handed for 6 weeks. We love William Rock. Hello, William.
Yeah, big shout out to William because I know he went through that operation, and we were all thinking about him last week.
Yeah.
We love William Rock. You're a rock star.
Yeah, and Jeremy Murphy is here saying hi to everybody, and Chef Dennis Litley. Let's see. Jeremy Murphy says, hi, Chef Dennis Litley. Dennis Murphy is my brother, so it's ironically funny to see that in your lower third. Ha ha ha. Okay, there may be a couple other folks here, too. Carmen Mandic is here. Lovely. And Rain Dowell is here. Hey, Rain, you've laughed with me before. Thank you for being my good supporter. I love it. Okay, and Marcus Dieterle is here. So let's get on to doing some of these laughter yoga exercises. You're going to follow along with the laughter yoga leader, okay? You're going to take a deep breath in, smile as we begin nearly every exercise, let out a long exhale, and keep laughing. We'll end nearly every exercise with something like this called very good, very good, yay! Panelists, follow along with me right now. Here we go. And turn your mics on. It's fine. Here we go. Just very good, very good.
Very good, very good. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, now it is time for me to just say to everyone, I did put in the comment stream at 12:10, at least that's how it shows on my stream, I gave a list of contraindications to doing laughter yoga. So If you are a person who's watching and you've recently had abdominal surgery, guess what? You don't want to do hearty laughing from the belly right now. If you have any concern about a physical condition where laughing hard you think might be injurious to you, please pause, just scroll down, and read about some of the contraindications. There are a few people that might want to get doctor's okays before they do hearty laughing. For most people, it's perfectly fine. If you're one of those who's not sure whether you can safely do this, hearty laughing for 10 minutes or more, then just watch and catch the spirit of this activity. Okay? So here we go. The first laughter exercise that we are going to do is just called warming up your giggle. So just take a deep breath in with me. Watch, I'm going to do it once. Take a deep breath in. And just smile and exhale. Okay, now on the exhale, we're just going to warm up the giggle and let it get faster and louder as we go. Deep breath in. Smile. One more time. One last time. Deep breath in. All right. Very good. Very good. Yay!
Very good. Very good. Yay!
And for all of you watching live or replay, I want to acknowledge your willingness to party along with us, laugh along with us. We're going to do the I am awesome, you are awesome, we are awesome chant. It goes like this. Follow along. I am awesome.
Awesome.
Big smile. Okay, now
You
are
awesome.
And
I love it.
we are awesome. Okay, it's now time to do a variation on the laughter milkshake exercise. We're going to pretend that we're just pouring our green beer from glass to glass, and then when we drink it, of course, we're going to laugh. It goes like this. Watch me one time. The first time, we're just going to laugh. The second time, we're going to throw it over our shoulder. The third time, we're going to spill it into our webcam as if we're all getting drenched with green beer, and then we're going to laugh as we wipe off the wetness. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Over the shoulder. Okay, the third one, we're now going to spill it on each other. Very good, very good, yay!
Very good, very good, yay!
Yay!
All right, now it's time.
I got the
Or a
neighbors
little-
knocking on the neighbors are knocking on the door though.
I'm
Okay.
here, by 3 o'clock in the morning. Please keep quiet.
Okay, so I want to tell folks, because this is a real concern to bring up, if you're doing laughter exercises or even a few moments of laughter for your own stress busting, you can always do any laughter exercise in the silent mode. It's like this. Remember, if you ever went to a hospital or a church, or saw someplace you were someplace where you weren't supposed to be laughing, you would muffle your laughter. Try silent laughter with me, everybody. Silent laughter. Okay, so if any of you, you can do laughter exercises without making the sound from the vocal cords. You can still engage that belly, because the belly laughter is what makes it really good. Okay, so in laughter yoga, we often do greeting laughter. Last week or a couple weeks ago, we did one which was like the namaste. But if you're Irish, you tip your hat and you say top of the morning to you. So now we're just going to tip our hats, lean forward, and laugh. Okay? Here we go. Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Yay!
Awesome.
Yay!
Okay. Well, for this next one, I sure wish I had Sue Aston here with me on the show, because she is a beautiful violin player, and we know she is a favorite, beloved sister here on Google+. She plays the violin. Of course, when you're thinking about, St. Paddy's Day, you're going to call it the fiddle. So let's get out our fiddles, and we have our bows, and we are going to fiddle on our violin fiddles and laugh. Here we go. Very good, very good. Yay! Okay. Well, we've often heard that leprechauns can be kind of naughty, and you would not want a leprechaun showing up and doing tricks on you. But if he did, you would go like this. Naughty, naughty leprechaun. So now we're going to do naughty, naughty leprechaun laughter. Here we go. Very good, very good. Yay! Let me tell you, this is rather interesting, keeping control of who I'm kidding while I'm doing laughter yoga exercises, but it's working. Okay, the next one we're going to call it "Look for the Four-Leaf Clover."
Oh yeah.
And it goes like this. Okay, watch
right.
me. In laughter yoga, it spurs you to be creative, because you can make up a laughter exercise about anything, okay? So if we were looking for four-leaf clovers, we'd go like breathe in, look, and then you laugh where you point where you see one, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, here we go. All right, everybody, get out your glasses, look, and breathe in. Look. 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 side. Look. Look.
Oops.
Very good. Very good.
Good.
Very
good.
Yay! Okay. We're going to do two more, and then we're going to finish up because we've actually been doing this laughing now for about 10 minutes. And when you get laughing really long and hearty, you'll notice your cheek muscles feeling the smiles, and your belly, if you're laughing really, really hearty for longer and longer, you'll notice your belly muscles starting to hurt from the vigorous laughter. Okay. Okay. The next one, I'm going to call this double rainbow laughter. There were 2 times in my life where I've seen double rainbows where I saw both sides of the rainbow. And indeed, it was a breathtaking experience. And we all think of St. Patrick's Day and some of the legends of the rainbow leading us to the pot of gold. So let's imagine there's a rainbow with our right hand going in this way and a rainbow going in this way, right to the center of our heart, because that's what we want to warm up and open up, okay? And when we'll breathe in and breathe in, we get to our heart, we're going to laugh. So here we go. That's where my treasure is.
Can I take a picture of that treasure?
Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Very good. Very good. Yay! And let's end up with a slightly funny one. Okay? It's what's under the kilt laughter. Here we go. What's under the kilt?
What's under the kilt?
What's under the kilt?
What's under the kilt?
Okay. That is the first time I've ever done that one.
I gotta tell you, that is a little weird laughing.
Okay, so
Actually, I'm out of the kilt.
I think this was your first experience at a little laughter yoga. What did you think? Were you...
It's a little bit tiring, to tell you the truth. You know, I mean, it relieves you and stuff, but it takes, there's energy involved. That's what I sensed.
It is aerobic. It is aerobic. And if you ever go to a laughter club where people are physically meeting, the laughter yoga leader will do exercises where you're moving around. It can be highly aerobic, and that's why I did mention the some of the contraindications that people need to be aware of. But for people who lead laughter yoga with different audiences, they always tailor the activity to the particular physical capabilities of that group. So, okay, we are at 2:29. I'm hearing a little echo, and I'm not sure why. Does anybody else hear that echo?
Yeah, we hear something like...
It's the leprechauns. It's the Murphy-isms.
It's the Google leprechauns.
It's the Google leprechauns. So I'm not going to go out and come back in.
No, because they left.
Oh,
just laugh. Just give them a laugh.
They left. They're gone.
They left. Okay.
They knew we found them, so they left.
Hey, that's good. Let's see. Over in the comments here, just seeing if William Rock is saying, hello, all the fun and laughter. And Roland Takaoka, he's welcoming a gentle named Ramgopal Murphy on the other side of the earth.
Roland, is that me?
And it's Ramgopal Chanchula. Very good, yay! All the way from India.
Namaste.
I am thrilled to see someone from India has found us and is participating. This is truly a global program. Let me scroll on down. Okay. Now, Bruno was here for a laughter program a while back, and he said,
give me a break, Bruno!
I think I just came into the villain convention, but in the disguise of laughter.
Give me a break, guy! He's always
You've worn that one out, Bruno. You've worn that one out, Bruno.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to give everybody an opportunity to shift gears because we're going to get into the conversation part of this show now. So take a deep breath in, just and just shift back into talking about luck. Now, interestingly, the shamrock that is most associated with St. Patrick's Day really is a 3-leaf clover, not a 4-leaf clover. It's a 3-leaf clover because St. Patrick, the story is, he helped educate the peoples in Ireland about the nature of the Holy Trinity with the symbol of the shamrock, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. But we often see if you find the uncommon one, the one with 4 leaves, then that's when you have good luck. Our talk today, for a few more minutes, is going to be about this definition of luck being when preparation meets opportunity, meaning you're kind of prepared, you've been preparing with skill or study, inner preparation, outer awarenesses, and then something neat happens, some great opportunity, some confluence of people or events, and something magical or wonderful happens. And I wonder who on the panel might like to start out just sharing a little story about luck like that. Nazim.
Okay, I'll make it short. When I moved to Italy in 1992 with my wife, I left an architectural practice in Miami where I was working. And I came to Italy and I interviewed, and after 5 months, everybody was like, oh, no, you know, this and that, we can only offer this much. And I really got disillusioned. I was prepared. I had a hell of a great career in Miami, but here in Italy it was a little bit different. My wife looks at me and she says, that's it, we're moving back to Miami. You know, it doesn't work out here. Right when we had packed everything, ready to go back to Miami, her sister calls up and says, there's an architectural firm in Genova. They design cruise ships. It's an American company, and they need an architect. I went down to interview. I got the job, and that's luck, to tell you the truth, because we were right on the verge. We had the tickets and everything to go back to the States.
How beautiful. And then you've continued, you know, your beautiful life in Italy, and now you're helping people learn about the beauties and the romance of life in Italy with your Casa Chiesi.
Casa Chiesi, exactly.
Yeah. So that is beautiful. Thank you. Robin, do you have a luck story?
Yeah, I have a luck story. My luck stories are real estate stories. So my husband and I had 2 dogs, 2 cats, 1 baby, another baby coming, tiny little house, couldn't let the dogs out because there was so much poison oak around. And so we decided, okay, we made a list of what we wanted in this next place. And it had to be within 7 minutes of the office, had to have a southern slope so we could grow tomatoes. It had to have charm. It had to have all these things. So we made this list, took us half an hour to kind of gather, like, what would we want. And then all of a sudden the house popped up. but it wasn't supposed to. They'd printed it early. It wasn't ready. We weren't supposed to know about it, and because we did, we got to get in early, and we got to get there before it was a really hot market. So if we hadn't, we wouldn't have gotten it. But anyway, all of that stuff, because we knew what we wanted, and we kind of made space for it, and then it got to show up. So I think that the planning was all there, but we didn't make the house show up. It just showed up when we were ready. So yeah, that's my story.
I love it. Stan, do you have a luck story?
Yeah.
Or a commentary?
Yeah. This was in '82. I was a manager. I was the general manager of a division of a large retail company, and I was flying all the time. As a matter, I wasn't married, and so I was the guy that you could send somewhere for a couple of years on the road, and not, have to expect him to come back. And I was going from D.C. to Florida, and had missed a flight because my credit card at the I'd been on the road for so long. My credit card at the hotel, the company hadn't put the money in there, so there was a hang up with my card, and it delayed me by about 10 minutes, which was long enough to miss the flight that crashed in the Potomac in '82. So how's that for a pick me up?
So
let's go back to the laughter exercises after this.
Let's go back to the laughter exercises. That was but I think I was pretty fortunate. I mean, there were things that I remember watching that and thinking, wow, had everything worked right that day, I would have been on that plane.
So this is one of those occasions where things look like they weren't going right. Your name really was Murphy's Law that day, but it saved your ass.
Yeah, and it's made me laugh a lot more since then, because you realize, hey, there's things can get serious really, really quick. Which, by the way, Murphy's Law, just real quick, has to do with the way that luck showed up on the video for the show today. Whenever you looked at the trailer for the show and the image for the show, it was just uck. And I knew you and I had talked about a particular show that you did using some F words. So when I saw the
yes.
I was like, what is she talking about? We're going to do a show about what? So it was. Anyway, that was my luck. That was my good luck.
So, moving right along, Chef Dennis, do you have a preparation meets opportunity luck story?
Well, I think the one thing I can tell you is I'm pretty much prepared for anything, anytime. And that has not necessarily been luck, but has provided me a lot of opportunities by being prepared. I'm a firm believer in you make your own luck by doing what you do. But if I have to tell a luck story, for me, I think the biggest piece of luck I ever had was the day that Lisa walked into the restaurant I worked at and applied to be a hostess, and I got to meet her. And I've been with her for 17 years now. We're finally getting married next month. So.
Wow! Very good. Very good. Yay! What happy news! What happy news! And thank you for announcing that again here. It warms the cockles of my heart. Okay, Candy, do you have a story to tell us about luck or where preparation has met opportunity?
I have a lot of stories about luck here in G+. Well, to wrap it up short, since I started G+ around here 3 years ago, I was lucky enough to meet a lot of people from all over the world. And from that point, and still here, I'm here. Without them, I'm not be here. And I've got this opportunity and lucky enough to meet you, Elaine, Chef Dennis, Nazim, Robin, Stan, the audience who's there out there. everybody knows me. Everybody in G Plus knows me because I am lucky enough to engage with them honestly, and the interaction is there. And I think that's my personal luck. I mean, for my personal luck, I mean, for me, I'm lucky enough to have everybody around me who's very supportive and everything. For that, I'm taking it a shout out. Thank you so much, guys. I love you.
Ah, that's beautiful. You are a fountain of joy and positive inspiration. And oftentimes when I come on at different hours of the day, and I know there's a big time difference, and in Hangouts, I'll see that little green light, and it's like, she's still up? She's still up? What kind of love and energy is fueling this woman? Because it seems like she's always up. Well, we're glad you're here.
Oh, okay, I sleep. This is it. I want to be clear. I'm human. I sleep. Okay, I do sleep. Okay, and laughter is my medicine. Look, I have this chick right now aching, and my stomach is really aching. Please give me a break.
Okay. Wow. So we have gotten to laugh today. We've gotten to consider a little bit about luck. And hopefully, whether you have been celebrating St. Paddy's Day, adopting something green, drinking something green, or calling yourself a Murphy or an Odo Litley, I hope you've been having some fun. What I do want to do now is give each of my guests an opportunity to put up their overlay, because if I would love for you to let people know where they can find your website, your blog, or the thing that you would love to promote. You can put that thing on up. I'm going to go to Nazim. Nazim.
All right, thank you very much, Elaine. As always, I mean, today was phenomenal. I love doing these exercises because I learned something new. And I typically do yoga, but this is a variation that I find quite interesting. As everybody probably knows, Mia Voss is arriving in Italy on Friday, I hope. And we have planned to hang out on her Mia Chat Power Connect on Sunday at 5 o'clock, and my wife Betty and another hairstylist are going to give her a birthday present. They're going to do a makeover. Want to invite everybody to check it out because we'll also be taking questions from the women in the crowd. I'll be manning. I'm not going to get a makeover. I'll be manning the side there, kind of hiding and doing the comment tracker. But it's going to be a fun show, and as everybody, I don't know if people know, but my wife's a makeup artist. She does makeup since that's how we met in Miami. She was doing a job in Miami, and I fell in love with this wonderful girl walking down the beach with all these brushes in her hand.
Thank you, Nazim. I'm so appreciative that you were able to come back, and it was actually you who helped link me up with Stan the Man. He's my new mojo man. Stan, when you put up that James Brown video the other day on the your Soon As I post, everybody, make sure you read Stan's Soon As I post. It's very helpful. And if you watch the James Brown component of it, you'll get up off of your thing and start dancing. Stan, tell us how we can find you, what you're up to.
Well, what I'm up to is I'm going to build a group. I've had a group. I've managed a lot of different communities. I've done a lot of stuff. Have been fortunate and very lucky in that aspect, and met a lot of people. And I'm going to do something that I've been thinking about for many, many years. And I've had a group called the Circadians for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And I'm going to get a community going on that whole concept of the circadians. You know, circadian rhythm is 24 hours and that sort of thing, and it's going to be kind of centered around that stuff. And there'll be a lot of what I think are going to be unique things to do in 24-hour sessions. I think I'm looking forward to it.
Wow, well that sounds fascinating. I'll have to check that out because Yes, to get into a good flow and rhythm of life so that body, mind, and spirit is all interwoven and bringing gifts out to the world. It's going to be kind of on that train of thought, kind of something like that?
Well, it's kind of like writing. The particular group that I have been, with now for the longest period of time, is that every day we write. We set up our little. People that know me know I have one of these, and it's like a timer, and I set that timer for 5 minutes, and it's kind of based a little bit on like the morning pages with on the Artist Way, where you write for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you just write for 5 minutes, and we go out and we set our timers and we write for 5 minutes and we say, this is what's happening and this is what's going on, and we get caught up and we just express stuff, and it really increases your writing skills because you only have so much time to put things down, and plus from a community standpoint, you just find out stuff and you didn't know things about things that you just don't find out in a regular community, but in that kind of thing, all of a sudden you go, hey, you haven't been here for 3 days, and they go, like in my case, I got the flu, and then that wound up with kidney stones that I'm still suffering with in the last couple of days. So those kind of things people know then, and it's really an interesting community, an interesting concept. But I'm gonna bring that out into like arenas like hospice and just things that can help people.
Good. Thanks for helping me get a little bit more of an idea of what might be coming up, and I'm curious to learn more about it. Let me jump on over to Chef Dennis. Chef, you've got 4 regular hangout shows, I think, and so tell us what you would love for us to focus in on and where we can find you.
Well, I do have 4. I have the Food and Booze Show with Mia Voss, and she's going to be in Italy, like Nazim said, and we're going to be doing some shows from there. So, if you guys are around, and also please support Mia while she's over there with her hashtag and everything, and let's give her as much support as we can, and see if maybe more of us can go over and travel and do some of these fun things she's doing. But of course, my first love is going to be Good Day Google Plus, and if anybody wants to come and see that, please. And if you want to be a guest on the show, just ask. You never know. So.
Yeah, I want to thank you. You've done such a wonderful job of bringing people from so many different kinds of arenas and backgrounds and skills and talents into the spotlight, and it always feels an honor to be invited to be on your show. So I want to thank you for that, and it's just a wonderful service to the community. So thank you. Robin Holland, what you got cooking, girl?
Yeah, I am. I'm working on some things that I'm not yet totally unveiling, a group program. But what I have that I love to do, it's work with business owners they're feeling a little bit uninspired in their businesses, and maybe their message isn't quite aligned with their what they really want. And in fact, with business owners, I call it pocket vision, which is this. Maybe they're not talking about it, maybe they have a team and they're not talking about it to everybody, and they're not really in touch with feeling that their business is expressing what they really want it to anymore. This is especially true with businesses that have been functioning for a while. Our motivation may need a different expression, a bigger stage even. So I'm working one-on-one with business owners that way, but I am also putting together group programs. I'll be launching that in the near future. And I'll be on Virginia Parsons' show next Monday for anyone who wants to catch me over there. Ooh. Talking about some sneaky ways to solve tricky problems in your business.
Sneaky ways to solve tricky problems.
Tricky.
Sounds good. You're always good for sparking ideas and conversation, Robin, and yeah. I love you dearly.
Thank you.
Okay.
If anybody wants to reach me, just ping me at robincreates@gmail.com. We just chat and see what's going on.
Great. Thank you. Okay. And Candy?
Yes, this coming right now. I'm in by virtual photo walks, as you can see that. But that's my new communities going on. On the 19th, we're going to have it since it's springtime already here in Tokyo. We're having a live event this 10 o'clock JST time. It's on the event page by Live Photo Workers Worldwide. That's number one. Number two, by the 20, I'm giving a big shout out to all musicians in G Plus. They're giving me a birthday bash on the 20.
Ooh.
Yes, and thank you, birthday boys. Thank you so much, and all the musicians. Thank you so much for the birthday bash. And our biggest event is in Tokyo right now will be Tokyo Sky Tree, which is on April 4. This is the biggest, and I'm bringing it into live broadcast through Hangouts. So if you want to watch that or catch that live or replay, just follow Virtual Photo Workers Worldwide, and you can see that in live. And still
Thank-
we have one, the biggest, the baseball game in Japan, the very first live. Okay, the very first live in G Plus. This is it. It's on negotiation right now. I'm not going to say it, but watch out for that.
Wow. We have a dynamic group here. I want to thank everybody who has been watching live and replay. Just a couple more comments. Rain Dowell is here. She's saying, very cool, Stan Bush. It sounds interesting. So, yes, all of my panelists, please feel free to leave links in the comment stream. And for those who are watching this via Google+, if you go into the details, you'll also see the links for the profiles and the pages and websites of our guests today. What I want to do is now put on a different maybe I have it on already. Okay. I would like to bring to your attention this thing that I'm going to be starting on April 1st, and it's going to run through May the 3rd. It's going to be called TLC, the Laughter Challenge. And I'm going to be creating a community on Google+, and for a little bit more than a month's time, you'll be able to follow along with a variety of different activities so that you can, A, come to understand what laughter yoga is. You can experience some things both for solo practice and group practice. And I'm really looking to gather a group of about 10 to 20 people who might like to participate with me on Hangouts on World Laughter Day, which is the first Sunday in May. And it was last year I hosted 3 World Laughter Day Hangouts for the founder of Laughter Yoga, Dr. Madan Kataria. This year I want to mix it up with some different things. So I'm going to be drawing in some people who, during the month of April, might like to participate on some Hangouts with me, but then be a part of an initiative that we do on May 3rd, World Laughter Day. This whole thing with Dr. Madan Kataria started out with laughter yoga for health, happiness, and peace. Laughter is contagious. When we make the decision to bring more laughter and levity to the responses of our life challenges, we can unify ourselves as a human family and get through these holy shift times a little bit easier. If you're interested in the TLC Laughter Challenge and the TLC Laughter Community, which I'll be forming shortly, just come to Elaine Nieberding, on my profile page. Send me a private message. You can leave something here in the comment stream as well, and we'll birth this activity in the next couple weeks. I want to thank you, everybody. Let's see. Nazim, would you be so kind as to grab the URL to come into the green room, which we also call the Flocker Room? And if some of the audience who are watching on G Plus would like to come on in and talk and laugh with us. If you want to pull out that green beer, it'll be perfectly fine. So I'm going to end the broadcast now. I've gone 10 minutes over, but guess what? I'm the host. I get to make the rules and laugh whenever I want to. So we're going to go off camera now, and hope some of you will join us in the locker room. Take care of everybody, and thank you for all my wonderful panelists today.